Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Is It Called Wine Time with Pete and Felix. We are going to look at one of our favourite producers today, which is Andrew Marks and his label The Wanderer. Now Andrew is the winemaker at Gembrook Hill.
Does Melbourne Gin Company.
Yes.
Does a lot of things.
Does a lot of things. Many fingers in many pies.
Yeah.
I think is what we would say. But The Wanderer, whereas Gembrook Hill is based from his out of his parents' vineyard down the very bottom of the Yarra, he sources fruit for the Wanderer label from all over the Yarra Valley, but it is specifically Yarra. Apart from the Spanish wine that he did.
Yeah, El Wanderer.
El Wanderer.
Which was Carignan from...
El Wanderer is Spanish for The Wanderer.
Yes.
As far as I know. I mean, I don't habla Espanol, but...
We Google translated that.
Yeah.
And it turns out The Wanderer. Yeah, he did a Carignan. We had a little bit of it when I first started in the shop. Got to try it. Loved it. But have not seen it since.
Yeah.
So
I think it's something that he does...
I don't think he's been to Spain lately.
No, I mean, he up until this point has done annual trips over to Catalan and
He's not going there this year.
No.
Going to Spain.
No one is going to Spain this year.
No. Barely get to Melbourne.
Well, I don't think you can get to Melbourne. Well, no, you can get to Melbourne.
He can, we can't.
Well, we definitely can't.
No.
Anyway.
Victorian wine.
So, yeah, look, let's support our fellow wine drinkers south of the border.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, that's enough. Let's move on. So, we're going to look at his Chardonnay and his Pinot. He does produce Syrah as well. But Chardonnay and Pinot are the two kind of focuses. Although we've not had the Chardonnay before in store.
New products.
Pinot, yeah.
Had like the 2013 Syrah. We've had the Pinots. The Pinots went really hard last year. They were super popular. And I feel like the Chardonnay is going to go down the same path. It is seriously good.
Yeah, we tried this a couple of weeks ago, and the bottle that we tried had been open for about a day. It was super expressive, really kind of fruit forward and lifted and absolutely delicious. This one we've just opened, it's probably a little cold. So it's not as expressive as I remember. However, it's still got layers of complexity. It's not quite as...
Needs to be beaten around in the back of a rep's car for 6 hours. It really opens up a wine.
Absolutely. What I love though about this is that sort of reductive kind of flint gun smoke, struck match, all those kind of things, which you know winemakers are often kind of looking for these days.
Yeah, we're seeing that in a lot of wines. It seems to be like building a bit of reduction into Chardonnay seems to be the in thing for a lot of these guys.
And I for one am all for it.
Yes,
I love it. I think it adds another layer of aroma and complexity.
Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up. Nothing wrong with a bit of struck match.
Nah, you know, channeling PYCM and people like that to make wines at 4 or 5 times the price.
Yeah, see, we did have a sneaky look at this about 5 minutes ago and it was really closed. Even now, like 5 minutes later, it's got heaps more fruit to it. So the lesson here is open this up. I'd give it a good half hour to an hour before you're going to drink it, or decant if you can. Or use really nice big glasses and swirl it around a bit and let it sit there and get a bit of air through it. Because it's definitely opening and developing as we sit here.
Drink it slowly, watch it evolve.
All right, let's look at the palate.
There's a group of you, get 2 bottles, open both.
Yum. So, 19 in the Yarra was a bit warmer. I was expecting a lot more ripeness, but it's held its kind of acid line absolutely beautifully. It's really elegant Chardonnay.
It's flesh, but
it's reined in though.
Yeah.
There's a sort of fleshy mid palate with a sort of like almost nashy pear kind of texture.
Yep.
Like that juiciness, but then it's so kind of linear and kind of held by that wonderful natural acidity. And there's a touch of that kind of
that mealy oak finish.
On the finish. The sort of creaminess creeps in at the end there.
God, the nose is good, man.
Yeah, that is absolutely delicious and far more elegant than I thought it would be, given the kind of the year.
Yeah.
So, well done, Andrew Marks.
Yeah, that's 42.50.
42.50. That's very good. That's very good.
It's a very smart price.
Wow, I would have placed this kind of mid-50s, easy. Well, there you go. Shows what I know. That is absolutely delicious.
That's so good.
Oh,
It's a cool point of difference though. Like it's completely different to some of the other Yarra Valley Chardonnays that we've looked at. Like,
yeah.
you know, I'm not looking at this and thinking Luke Lambert.
No, completely different to Luke's.
Completely different, but still.
It's.
Very
I would say it doesn't have the minerality of Luke's. It's a lot rounder.
Yeah, way more flesh and chunk than his. In like the best way. Like,
yeah. It's a good difference.
And there's about 50 cents piece between those two ones.
Is it?
Luke's about 43.
Yeah, right.
So
Interesting.
Cool. Yarra in all forms.
Yeah.
Maybe 19 was a good vintage.
We love it. Well,
in the hands of someone smart.
I think 19 is a good vintage in the hands of a talented and intuitive winemaker like Andrew Marks or Luke Lambert. So there you go. All right, let's look at the old Pinot.
Yeah, that's good. Yum.
So moving on. This is 2018. Did I get the years wrong? No, that is 19. Okay, so this is 18 Pinot. There you go.
Colour.
Glad I checked the vintage because that would have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
Waxing on about a warmer year when it wasn't.
Wrong.
Incorrect. Chris saying it'd be up in arms.
Oh.
All right, so
For good reason.
2018 Yarra. Now, little note on the labelling here. They are both white label. They are at the same price on the shelf. This one is labelled Upper Yarra. This one is just labelled Yarra Valley. The Upper Yarra wines for the Wanderer tend to be his kind of more premium offering. The Pinot, for example, comes in a kind of red wax seal. It sits at about 60-ish or 62 on the shelf. Whereas the white label stuff is his more kind of like approachable entry-level stuff. Interestingly, and we're not sure why this is, the Chardonnay is labelled Upper Yarra, but it sits with the white label range, so it does sit at the same price point as the Pinot here. Could be a number of reasons for that, but yeah, it's our win basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Either way, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. If he wants
Not
to
an
produce a
issue.
premium wine like this and only charge $42.50 for it, fine.
Yeah, cool.
Whereas this
If
one,
it was 62, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's overpriced. It's fine.
exactly. Whereas this Yarra Valley one does come from the lower Yarra, so various different sites throughout Yarra that I think he blends.
Yeah.
To create this one. Whereas the Upper Yarra, I think, is a single site. Is that something like that?
Certainly for the Pinot.
Yeah. Not sure where the Shiraz comes from, but anyway. Let's have a look at the wine. That's absolutely banging.
Yeah. You're allowed to use the word penosity for this one. I will allow
Penosity?
it. I will allow it.
Okay, good.
I
Penosity.
will allow it.
Because you've never let me use that before. You're very... Don't say
Oh,
penosity.
no, I don't like it. It's a trigger word, but...
Penosity.
There.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so varietal. I think you would, in a blind lineup, you would pick this straight away. It's got that beautiful lifted cherry aroma, loads of red berry fruit, like macerated strawberry,
so much red fruit.
5 spices in there. I get white pepper.
Still some like subtle earthiness going on.
Absolutely, yeah. Beautiful savoury notes coming through as well in that sort of forest floor. Am I allowed to say sous-bois?
I'll allow it all today.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Penosity and
no.
sous-bois. There you go. He never lets me say that.
No, it's fine. Like, we're there. Andrew's the enabler.
He is. He's given you the gift of language.
I'm comfortably distracted. Get away with most things right now.
Delicious. It's
Damn, that's good. Cool.
Wonderful intensity on the palate. Super concentrated. Beautiful fleshiness to it. There's lovely texture. It's silky.
So immediate that's
Yum.
a Pinot.
Yeah, it's
Like
primary.
the second you taste it, you're like, okay, yep, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet, we're in.
bursting with freshness. That is absolutely delicious.
The Upper Yarra, definitely when we tasted it, we're like, this is great, but it needs time.
Yeah.
Not this.
This is approachable. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a drink now style. The Upper Yarra version of this, the kind of higher end one, definitely needs a bit of time in terms of cellaring and stuff like that. But this one is just grab it now.
So pretty.
Enjoy it. It's pretty.
So
it's
pretty.
elegant.
Yeah.
They're both actually really elegant. I think one of the
I'm gonna say it's poised.
poised. Look at you.
We're just throwing it all out today.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're not wrong though. It is. Poised is a good word. It is. It's really fine and
It's got such presence.
wonderfully put together. Wonderfully put together. That is an absolute delight.
Like immediate bang, there you are.
Oh, I get a little kind of citrus peel amaro kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Mm.
Oh, I could sit here and smell this all day.
Mm.
Well, while we do that, I encourage you to drop by the store and pick up some of the Wanderer wines, Chardonnay, Pinot, or the Shiraz that we've got as well. Equally as good. We can't show all three.
Get 3 of these, get 3 of the upper, put the uppers away, drink this, get a sense of the style.
Yeah, they're absolutely delicious.
Thank me after.
It's like buying him a bottle. So
sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Whatever. But look, that's all for us. We're going to sit back here and keep smelling the wines. Hopefully you can join us same time, same place next week for another episode of Is It Called Wine Time? But until then, stay safe, look after yourselves. We'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.